Aloha everyone, and I'm your host Christina Mitri, and we are here today for Smart Living Hawaii's podcast, and we talk about smart home technology, sustainability, healthy lifestyles, and smart business. Today's podcast is brought to you by Bento Homes here in Hawaii, and we will be covering the new Fitness Crazes and what's trending. So we have a lineup of guests today. We normally have just one guest, but today we've got three. I wanted to bring them on for specific reasons. So I just want to introduce you to, first we have Max Hannemann over here. He's actually a yoga sculpt rockstar instructor at Core Power Yoga. We have Ryan Alexander Martin, and he's the head coach of Kakaako at Orangetheory. And then we also have, last but not least, Jono Blodgett, which is an obstacle course specialist, aka Spartan race coach and personal trainer. Okay, so Max, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're from, and how you got into Core Power Sculpt?
Sure. So I grew up out there in Laie. Went to Kakaako High School, North Shore country boy. Went to law school later on, and that's when I made the transfer to town. Became a townie back in early 2000 because the commute was just too much, driving each way. So I practiced law for a living. I work at Hawaii Electric. And my part-time, my fun part is when I teach at Core Power. So I think I mentioned it, but you know, I've been taking Core Power for almost 5 years since they first opened up. Their first studio was in Kahala. Just like the variety of classes and the specific class scope was just for the full body workout. And so my wife and I went together. We have two kids. We're almost going to be empty nesters. Our oldest is still at home, 22. I've been trying to get him to come take the class, but he's like, Dad.
They come.
I don't do yoga. My daughter loves it. She just checked into USC, so she's going to actually have a studio right on the USC campus.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
So she's got that yoga scope bug going on for herself and trying different studios up there in the mainland.
You got the freshman 15. Got to work on that one.
Keep that off.
Yeah.
Find it.
So yeah,
Find an Orangetheory on your campus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what about you, Ryan? Where are you from?
Just came here a little while ago, about a year ago from Nashville. The same thing, was doing contracting work mainly, and was doing group fitness. So I was doing personal training and group fitness. So can't tell you how happy I am to be at Orangetheory, because like doing 3 classes, and you're like doing it with them. You're like coaching it, and you can't look like you're tired, you know, because you're coaching, you know, while you're trying to kill. It's crazy. But those days are over because I just coach now, and I take my own class when I want to take somebody else's class. But found Orangetheory out there in Nashville, and started just coaching out there, and just a small thing. But then they wanted me to come over there full time, and you just love it. And
you recently
I haven't worked
got
in about 3 years. Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's awesome.
Congrats.
She's awesome. Yeah. So that happened. We got married, and then we loved the honeymoon so much we couldn't stop. So we moved out here, and like right after, and it's just been a blessing. And Orangetheory is just, again, great family, great community here at Kakaako. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. So.
And then what about you, Jono?
I'm also a local boy. Grew up over in Kailua, and I went to school. Actually, my background in education is marine biology and coral reef restoration. So I was doing a whole lot of stuff over in Kaneohe Bay in the ocean. Did some things up in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. But how I kind of transitioned more into the fitness side of things is we would go out and do these educational events, these outreach events, and I would talk to the public and ask them, like, oh, have you ever been snorkeling, or have you ever done a hike and seen some of these invasive species we're working against? And so a lot of people were always like, oh, no, I never hike, I never go swim, like I'm out of shape, or I've got diabetes or something. And it just blew me away that how can you live in Hawaii and not go out and hike or go swim or see, like, stick your face underwater and just see what's going on. So that's why I kind of started getting more into the training side of things, just helping people, you know, one, kind of get their health back, but then also get the confidence to go on a hike. Or, you know, a lot of people are so scared they're going to fall, but, you know, with someone there by their side, kind of reassuring them, then they're more likely to, you know, to go out and do something.
Yeah. Well, Jono and I go way back, I guess, from college time. Dang, it's like almost 20 years now.
I know.
Jeez Louise. So, yeah, we actually met in the mainland in California. And we both ended up coming back to Hawaii. So reconnected at a Xterra race. I think that was his first one. He placed on his first time ever running. I was like, what the heck? So obviously now he's doing really well and winning Spartan races. Could you just elaborate, just brag about yourself a little bit? So what have you been up to on the Spartan races and Xterras and stuff?
Yeah, definitely, like Max was saying, the Spartan race got canceled here last weekend due to the hurricane, and so that's the one big event that they hold here per year. So past 4 months, there's a big group of us that have all been training, so that was definitely a bummer that a lot of people don't get to do that event. But luckily enough, I do get to travel to some of the other Spartan races on the mainland. So I was out in Big Bear a couple months ago, placed first in the age group for 2 of the different races. So do a 13-mile race Saturday and then another 8-mile on the next day. And so
back to back.
So you didn't get enough Saturday, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was just
cool.
let's go back in that pain train.
Yeah,
Let's take a ride again.
Let's rock it out. Let's rock it out.
Half a marathon of obstacles. Huh?
Yeah. So a lot of uphill. I mean, it's on a ski resort, so it's a lot of climbing straight up. So, yeah.
Well, I am still I'm a virgin to Spartan race. I did Xterra, so I got to do that soon. I guess next year. You have to sign up for these.
Makahiki Challenge is coming up in December for anyone that
What's
wants
the
to
date
try
for
it
that
out.
one?
December. I can't name it off the top of my head.
Well, maybe. And then a lot of these get pretty pricey to sign up for. If you sign up early, it's cheaper, right?
Yep. Get in early.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, so what I'm going to do to start off, since I don't know if everybody knows what each of the workouts are like, I'm going to have each of them tell us a little bit more about what they do and what their workouts are. And I guess we'll start with you, Max, if you can dive into Yoga Sculpt.
All right, good to be here. Thanks for having me. Yoga Sculpt, I started taking it about 4 or 5 years ago, my wife and I. And it's just a combination of yoga, cardio, weightlifting, all into one, all mixed together in one. And we fell in love with it instantly. Talk about getting a good workout in an hour's time where you feel accomplished, you feel like you got the most out of your time. And then from there, evolved into jumping on the other side, becoming a teacher, an instructor. And just like I said, rolling it all together. What's nice about it, you got 60 minutes, you can mix it up. But it's a full body workout. We try to hit every major muscle group. Adding the stretching with the yoga part, adding the cardio for the heart rate, and also a lot of weights involved. And so it's just at the same time trying to keep it fun. And I think the best type of compliment I think we can get over there is when they say the workout went by so fast. And so anyways, that's kind of Yoga Sculpt in a nutshell.
Okay. And Ryan, what about you at Orangetheory?
So at Orangetheory, what it is 1 hour full body workout. All right, so there's 5 heart rate zones, all right, that everyone has. We monitor those. We give you a heart rate monitor, okay? And we try keeping the top 3 and more specifically that orange zone. All right, now if we get you to the orange zone for 12 minutes throughout the workout, you don't just burn the 500 to 1,000 calories you usually burn in the class, but you continue to burn at an accelerated rate for another 24 to 36 hours after the workout. And we have treadmills, rowers, dumbbells, resistance, plethora of equipment to get those results.
Okay, and on to you, Jono.
So yeah, I do a lot of the obstacle course training. So Spartan races, Tough Mudder, they've all gotten very popular. So it's a little different style of training than what these guys are referring to. It's a lot more using sandbags, buckets. It's unconventional types of equipment, not like a dumbbell. And you're also doing this outside in often rough conditions, very muddy or rainy or hot. So it's not nice and air conditioned, but so it's just a different kind of definitely workout. You're doing a lot of crawling on the ground, which not a lot of people do once they get past 10 years old. So it's getting people comfortable on the ground, and then also doing things like hanging from bars, which again we don't do, and once we're after a kid playing in the playground. So it's awkward for people, it's hard, so getting them through that is the main goal.
Okay, and how long do you usually have your workouts for?
They're generally an hour to an hour 15. Yeah.
Okay. And yours are actually more one-on-one or group training as well?
Both, yep, we'll do one-on-one or group training, so I'll meet people, we'll have sessions at the park.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. So now that you have a little bit of an idea of what these different activities are like, they are all full body workouts and there's cardio involved in every single one. So that's a big reason why I brought you guys on, was because it covers, you know, most of the time if you're in the gym, you're just doing weights. You know, if you're running, then you're just running, or any type of cardio, just doing cardio. But these all around, you know, do everything in 1 hour. And so I guess moving on, why are these fitness crazes, like these specific ones that you guys focus on, why are they becoming so popular? And some of the types of demographics too, and who are you hitting? So I guess let's go around and just mention demographic-wise, who do you normally see in your class or in your group who's coming to you guys? Max?
You know, that's what's interesting. We get a wide range of demographics. I mean, we talk about the age first. It's we get from as young as high schoolers to some retirees. And what's nice about it is you can always modify any class you go to, whether it's you doing a push-up from your toes or push-up from your knees. And that's what's nice, is that we don't discriminate. And it's all about the student. It's all about the person coming in looking for that good workout. I mean, just getting off the couch, coming into the studio, you're already ahead of the game. And so I like to see it. It's a wide range. If I had to say the majority, maybe the majority of call them sculptors in there, maybe in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
But but like I said, we have high schoolers to retirees, and it's just a great group class fun. Everyone's pushing each other. No discrimination in terms of how you want to modify your workout. You want to upgrade a little bit or take it down a little bit. It's just you and your mat, and get a fun workout in.
And then what about you, Ryan, at Orangetheory?
Same thing, a broad array of who can come in there. We have people start 14 is when you can come, and I've had people 80 plus rock it out. I have this distinct memory of me running past a on a treadmill, all right, just running. And this lady, same lady I'm speaking of, you know, we're next to each other, and we're like, you okay? Like, I think she said it to me. But you can do it with anybody at any level. You have a coach who can give options for everything, and kind of like what you said, what I like to explain as it's a brain dead workout. You can come in there, get rid of the day, everything else, and this whole amazing, efficient workout is mapped out for you. So you can use it just to get through the workout, like I'm here, just gotta get to the end. That's your goal. Or you can use it to push yourself. You want the challenge, do it. So age, again, 14 to, you know, if you can just walk in the door, you can do the workout, you know. And then it's whatever you're looking for as well. Because with different age, it's not necessarily age that determines anything. It's what you're looking for from your workout. And it can go from as tense as you want to just get a result to just wanting to get moving, get off the couch. It's good for that.
And then where's your median, I guess?
It's crazy, like especially on the island, and like different spots are different demographics. I would say like 18 to like 50 right now. You know, like you know, because our studio, like Kakaako is very, you know, a lot younger, and so I have a younger demographic, kind of about the 20 to 30 that you have, but like 2 blocks down, you know, or you know that we have the same age groups coming there, and again, it's just a broad array, and it's literally like some people generally it's like, you know, around 30 to 50 or 40 to 50, rocking it out, doing the exact same workout that these kids are doing here. Exact same one. Killing it. And so.
What about you, Jono?
I think also just a wide range. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, everyone's, you know, what their fancy is, if they want to, you know, do core power or, you know, Orangetheory. But I guess I'm bringing in more the people that want to try something a little different and get out and get dirty. But so yeah, we have same thing. Kind of the first race you can do for Spartan, for example, is 4 years old. So there's kids out there 4 years old, and it's just a quarter-mile race, but you know, just getting dirty and loving it. And then I've seen, you know, women that are 75 years old out there just you know, they can't do all the obstacles, but you know, they're still out there getting in the mud.
I would think a 75. I want to be 75 doing the obstacle.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that medium range is still in that, you know, 20 to 45 or so. And just I think that person that's just been stuck in the office for, you know, years and years and just wants to get out and try something different and, you know, get out of that comfort zone and, you know, get a little dirty.
So I just did a blog on millennials versus baby boomers. So I did, you know, a little more research, and I've been with the Young Professionals Chamber of Commerce as well and started with that program. So we've kind of tackled the millennial demographic quite often. So what I'm also noticing too is that within these three arenas, there's certain things that you guys, some of them are strategic. I mean, you know, both of you guys have businesses that are franchises that created this and created it a certain way to really reach this demographic. And, you know, of course, there's the outliers that come into play, but I know they probably focus solely on that, I would say, 20 to 45 range. So one of the things that I did was with the blog that I did, I categorized what millennial traits are. So a lot of these traits actually fit in really nicely with your guys' workouts. So healthy lifestyles are very important to millennials these days. And millennials have the time to work out, whereas maybe some other parents that, you know, they're not parents yet, so then making the time is a little harder. So they are able to get out and do the workouts. Millennials get bored so very easily, and their attention spans aren't necessarily as, you know, they need always something stimulating. So all of your workouts are very focused on that. And the other thing too that you guys didn't mention is that they have an amazing playlist that each of you guys probably put on yourselves. I follow his Spotify just because I like his workout playlist as well. But all of that is all upbeat music. So when you think of yoga and you think about doing yoga, I think you're thinking more Zen. But what I've known when I did yoga Sculpt for about a year, that was a pretty intense workout, completely separate from a yogi. I would say there's sculptors, and then there's yogis. Very different group of people, and theirs is like pumping music, super loud, just like Orangetheory.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a little hurt because she's taken my class too, yet she doesn't follow me. So I'm not sure if you do, but I think she just outed herself a little bit.
No,
it's fine. It's fine. Next question. Next question. All right.
Well, I have to admit, Orangetheory is newer for me than Yoga Sculpt. So, Yoga Sculpt, I go back a few years, a couple years now, and so I was doing. I signed up for their membership, and it was a very intense. But what I've come to realize for me myself is I do so many different things, and it does get pricey. It gets very pricey to have a gym membership, to have a Orangetheory membership, and then have a Yoga Sculpt membership, and then to hire Jono for personal training. So at the end of the day, I think a lot of these different ones, for me, I might be a little bit different because I like to do as many different things as possible, but I think a lot of people do like finding their niche and finding their group, because a lot of these that you guys do, it's really neat because, you know, you build a rapport. Maybe you guys can talk a little bit more about that, your following. I feel like you all have followings. Max, can you elaborate a little bit more on, I guess, how it is at Core Power?
Oh. Yeah, you know, I just go back to, it's all about the student, yeah. And you're right, like they do find their groups, and it's amazing how they make friends, they hang out outside the studio, and they found that common goal, like, hey, let's get a workout in, let's take care of ourselves first, and then, you know, make so many friends. But, you know, let's talk about all these variety out there, and that's what makes Honolulu so beautiful. So many options. I mean, I got a lot of students that come, they take Orangetheory on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get, I came to one class, I loved it, but you're right, it does get pricey. I was supposed to run the Spartan race. A couple of friends of mine wanted to go run it this past Saturday, but because of the Hurricane Lane, it got canceled. You know, so we talk about the following. I just think the fitness community out here, living in Hawaii, beach year round. There's no such thing as a summer body out here. We get the beach 365 days a year, and it's just that whole thing like, hey, let's stay young, let's stay energized, and let's stay fit. And then I think that's the following. And I think at the end of the day, they just find a teacher or a type of workout that really motivates them, makes it enjoyable for them, where it doesn't feel so much like a workout, you know? Mm-hmm. So,
because I think there's some days you want to work out and just get that good workout in, and then there's other days where you just like, if you don't have an Orangetheory or you don't have a personal trainer or you don't have a yoga sculpt class, then it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's accountability that's necessary. A couple points. One thing, it is crazy how expensive it is to be healthy.
Yeah,
that's one thing that just trying to, like, even not just when it comes to a membership or anything or whatever you may be doing, but like food, like trying to eat healthy, stay healthy, time-wise, consummation is crazy. And so the cool thing about it is that we try to make it as efficient as possible. Speaking with Orangetheory specifically, like, we don't benefit, like, memberships are always month to month. That's something I can't say. They're month to month. We don't make sure you're using that membership because we are results based. We're not here for just like you coming in. We're not here like there's some gyms that truly benefit off of your membership being extremely cheap, okay, and you forgetting about it. Yeah, they actually could not hold the capacity of all the people that they sign up. They just keep that cheap membership. And it's not about that. The reason why our price is what it is because it's efficient. Now, when it comes to personal training and stuff, we are probably a quarter of what it costs to have a personal trainer there. But in our studio, in this group fitness studio, you get the energy of a class. All this, all the energy that brings, and it does bring energy. Like
I said, when I took his class, we had a group, Smart Living Hawaii group that came in, and I call him the hype man. Because that's exactly what he does in his class. Very similar to what you do as well. So it helps. If without it, I mean, personal training, you expect it, right? But in other places that you go to, it's only recently do you have hype men like you guys.
The cool thing is that hype man is still your personal trainer.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're still giving those. You still got that. Yeah, you still correcting form. I'm still in Orangetheory specifically talk about modifications. I tell people, like, if there's something that doesn't feel comfortable, don't even do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people have the courage to tell me, like, I'll demo it, and they'll tell me, like, I can't do that. I'll tell them, give me that look. And then I'll know. I'll come over there. I'll give you that. Yeah, just like.
But Jono on the other hand, suck it up.
Sometimes. But always, like, if there's options, whatever you need, that's a huge part of, because everybody's like, there's plenty of injuries going, that just happen. All right. I know we probably experienced some, from doing something crazy, especially y'all playing. But that's the whole part of everyone being able to do it. We have those options. You can get those results because you have your hype man.
So how many to a class at I guess at Kakaako?
Yeah, we have a pretty big studio there. Up to 32 can be there. Actually, we can add another group, so you even have up to 48 if we really wanted to push it. But a normal class, every hour when we're having classes, 32.
And then what about you, Max?
Studio could fit 55, 60.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So let's talk about some challenges that we have. I guess some challenges that, or things that I feel like I see something that Orangetheory does that maybe Core Power, doesn't do, or maybe Core Power does that Orangetheory does. And, to me, it would be really awesome that if we were to take all the best ideas and put them together, filter them through. When I was at Core Power Yoga, Max is so popular. His classes are always full. And it's really hard to get in. Has it changed? Is it the same way?
I feel bad. It's kind of the same thing. That's a complaint I get. You got to come so early to get a spot. And so I wish there was a bigger studio. But it is what it is. I mean, it's a great thing that everyone's trying to get a workout.
Well, they also, it's a lot of times it is the trainer and the workout itself. He probably focused, I would say, a lot of women come to yoga in general, but you'll have a lot more guys in your class. Yeah, wouldn't you say?
I don't discriminate.
Yeah, he doesn't discriminate. But maybe for some men are a little intimidated to yoga. But I have to admit, the women in Yoga Sculpt are, you know, hey, if you're a single guy, it's a good spot to hit up. I'm just saying.
Man,
Orange
back
Theory.
in the day. Back in the day, man, baby, I love you. Back in the day. All in scope.
He's like wearing his Orange Theory fitness outfit and doing yoga sculpt.
All right, so I'm going to sign up for a membership soon.
We're going to free you, Jono. I live through you, Jono. All right?
What do you do on your part-time? Oh, yoga sculpt.
Yeah.
So Orange Theory, what do you guys do to combat, I guess, in a sense, the sign-ups and how your classes work?
Yeah, we try to definitely, you know, cross our T's, dot our I's when it comes to everything that we could look at and all that could get in the way. So we have a mind-body app, so a lot of people use it. I think you use it. So cool thing is we also have an Orange Theory app where our kinds actually members book their class, because we know time is of the essence. All right, to all of us, again, millennials and every age group, you need that time. Definitely for the mother, you know, kid, babysitter, not a baby, you know, just coming home from work, whatever it may be. You got an hour. Not an hour 15, not an hour 20, you got an hour. So the cool thing is you can come to the class, you're already booked in your class, you come in, you have a spot, you can literally possibly get in and out of the studio in that hour. That's the beautiful thing about it.
You know, I was thinking about the same thing. What do you do with the people that sign up, that have the monthly memberships for unlimited classes, but they don't come when they already reserved the spot?
So you do get, so then there's there are different things. So there's our types of so you could lose the class, okay, for unlimited.
Don't you get charged?
Yeah, unlimited. No, unlimited. You can have again a charge, but again, accountability.
Yeah.
Like sadly, like I'm a coach, of course, so my membership, me coming is free. It's the main part of my workout as well. I'm in this, classes all the time, and sometimes I wish I could book the class myself, like have the same opportunity our members do. I wish I could book the class and then be that committed. And then, because now I'm just like, I walk in and I just take the class. But if I booked the class and I had that $1, I'd go to that workout regardless. Because there's plenty of days, because we don't book our classes. Again, we just come in and we're ready to go. So if I had that same accountability, like, and so the night before when I'm doing that 8:30, I'll wake up and I'll see the alarm. I'm waking up for that alarm. And I'm getting the workout in. I'm taking advantage of that hour. Because one thing you can say, at the end of that hour, all right, as bad as you woke up that early, you weren't happy you woke up that early, at the end of that workout, you are happy you did it. Every time.
Yeah.
You are happy you did that workout. Okay? So kind of fix that.
So I have, I guess, a little bit different challenges because we're out in the park, so we can have, you know, unlimited amount of people. I mean, we generally have around 20 or so people, but when the Spartan race canceled this past weekend, we put on a big group workout. Just, all right, come together. The race is canceled, but we're still doing a little workout. And we had like 75 or 80 people.
Awesome.
So all just going through the obstacles. But the challenge is sometimes like people aren't quite comfortable working out in the rain or the hot.
But isn't that what that's about?
It is. It is. But it's still, people roll over and, you know, like, oh, it's raining out. I'm not going to go out there, you know. And so that's what we try to teach, you know, getting out, like getting rained on. I mean, you're not made of sugar. You're not going to melt, you know. So like it's just a little bit of rain. You get wet, and then that's it. You get a little dirty. So that's the thing. I mean, because during a race, you know, you were saying about the music. I mean, you don't have that music there to listen to, you know, to motivate you. So it's like, all right, how do you know, tell the voices in your head, you know, to calm down. You can do this without music. You can do it through the rain. You can do it, you know, even though it's hot out. So it's teaching people to you know, get past that.
Yeah,
so
it's a little more in the wilderness, and it's definitely different for sure. So let's see, what was the other thing I really wanted to cover with you guys? Do you think that Core Power Yoga would entertain an app like that? Have they been chatting about that?
That's the constant feedback we have been receiving. Obviously, you know, they got, I guess people know from Orangetheory, they also got that Soul Cycle on the mainland. People,
Oh, yeah, right?
People sign up that same way where you can reserve your
We
bike.
don't have one here, do we?
No.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I like that idea, but I was wondering, like, you know, because we have, if you pay for the unlimited classes, you can come to as many classes as you want, so people just sign up and they don't show up.
Yeah.
You know, what do we do about that? Because
yeah, they charge. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
it's not cheap either. What is
yeah,
it?
we're gonna make sure like $10.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
But
it was
it-
higher
yeah.
than that.
$10
But
will
that can
make
add
it
up,
like up though. Yeah, $10 to make it an extra $50 bill. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But again, you come there. We're results based. We want you getting the results. Again, if
Yeah.
you're not getting in there, we need to talk. We need to revamp. And as the head coach of our studio, I'll do that. I'll have that talk. I'll make that call. See what you're doing, what's going on, to make sure we're staying in tune with those goals.
So, Jono, what are the different exercises that you do that are a little outside of the box? Since some of these are a little more.
I wanted to hear this because I was wondering what was going on. I was like, "What's your favorite exercise?" Like,
I was
that's
just looking.
crazy
I
out
was just he has an Instagram, and I was just like, "What is that? It's dark. Oh my gosh, he's in water. It's like dark water, and he's like running on the ground." But go on.
Yeah, so I mean, like I was saying earlier, we do a lot of just unconventional types of equipment. So sandbags, bucket carries, just things that is going to really test your grip strength a lot. So I mean, I'll take people on runs, the trail run. You know, you see a branch hanging over, just hang from it. Just practice hanging from different things. We see a rock, we're like, all right, pick up that rock. We're going to carry it for the next, half mile or something. So just getting people out of those comfort zones. We'll use rope climbs. So just getting that whole upper body strength. So rope pulls, doing a lot of different things. So it's using all the same movements that these guys are using, but just different types of equipment. Yeah.
Picture if my branch broke, I would never talk to you again. I would never talk to you again.
You told me to grab that
You said that branch. You said that was a good branch. But I trusted you. Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. I love training like that as well. I love training like that as well. No, absolutely.
Yeah, so I recommend people go to yoga. When I program things, I'm like, all right, yeah, go to yoga. Like that, the recovery side is different. In Orangetheory, like that high heart rate, you're doing a lot more power. So, I mean, it takes a little bit of everything. I mean, to bring it all like a well-balanced athlete, I guess. But
yeah, we didn't talk about pricing on yours. So if you have these group sessions, how is pricing on yours?
It's just $15. Yeah, so it's generally just a kind of a drop-in. So we're doing it all open in the park. Private sessions, of course, are a little bit more expensive, but yeah.
And then what about for core power yoga? For an individual session, is it $25?
Drop in?
Yeah,
No,
just drop in.
Keep on raising the prices.
Really? How much are
I think
they?
it's like close to $30 for a drop
Wow.
in. But monthly membership is about I want to say $165. It could be a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
So
but that's an unlimited.
That's unlimited. So you say if you take more than twice 2 classes a week, do the monthly unlimited package.
Because that one doesn't just include yoga sculpt. It's actually all of the courses that you guys have there.
And that's what's nice. They got variety. And then so you'll see a lot of sculptors. They'll take the regular yoga classes for that stretch, or we even have a core restore class, which is a real nice class. If you just really want to stretch and don't even break a sweat, but just get a lot of hands-on assistance as well. Get a little bit deeper.
After you take Jono's individual class, and you got to come over to yours.
Yeah.
And then what about for Orangetheory?
It just depends on what
They
you're
don't
looking
have
for.
individual classes that you can take.
Yeah, no, it's not economically efficient, I guess. Just for a drop in. Again, we want to see what's going to be best for you. How, again, results based. How we're going to get the results. So depending on what you're looking for, but classes can come. If you're using officially as low as $10 a class, but we should just try to see again what membership package would be the best for you.
So they're monthly memberships
yes,
there.
Monthly. So again, we don't
just to ballpark it, it's pretty close to core power, just to give you an idea for a monthly membership, unlimited. So now that we kind of have an idea, and I think some of our listeners would be interested in checking you out, maybe you can give us a little spiel of where you're located here on island and possibly outer islands. Core Power Yoga, what do we have here on Oahu?
So we got 3 locations, one at Kahala Mall, one at the Kakaako area right next to TJ Maxx in the Ward Center, and then in Kailua by the Whole Foods. And what's nice about the membership with Core Power, we have studios all over the country. So when you travel, you know, there's more likely than not there's going to be a studio near the area you're visiting, except for Vegas. I know Hawaii, that's our next island. But for some reason, there's no studio in Vegas. But other than that, whenever I travel, whenever I'm in the mainland, I always find a core power yoga studio, really get my workout in.
Well, I've also heard too that Hawaii does it right with the yoga sculpts, because I've been to other ones too, and so has my husband, and they're not always as awesome as the ones here on Oahu. So if you are not from here and you are visiting Hawaii, you definitely should check out the ones here on Oahu, because you'll be pretty impressed. I think we get people. You get people, right?
Yeah, you know, as local boys, we got to show them how to do it. So.
That's it.
And then what about Orangetheory?
Very similar, very similar. We have 4 studios on island right now. We have our studio, which is the one right in Kakaako, in the Salt Complex.
Down the street from here. We're at Bento Homes and 441 Cook Street. So here in this arena here, we're in actual ADU. But Orangetheory is literally walking distance. You walked over, right?
Yeah. I like that plug, girl.
There you go.
Yes, let's go. All right, so we have one right here. We have one in Kapiolani. We have our Kapiolani studio in the Pan Am building. And then we have one in Waikiki, off of Kapahulu. And then we have another one in Kapolei.
When you bringing one out to Kailua?
We're trying to bring 2 more to the island, 2 to Maui. And same thing. We just hit over 1,000 studios about a month ago.
Nice.
And so as soon as I land somewhere, now, even out of the country, I can look up Orangetheory, see it, and then I'm usually like 10 to 15 minutes within one, or sometimes less. It's crazy. Cool thing is our workouts, phenomenal workouts, but every studio does the same workout that day, every studio in the world. Okay, but every day it's different. So let's say your CEO's talking about this great workout, you want to do it, you're pumped to do it, or you just don't want to miss a workout that everyone's doing back at home, wherever that may be. You can go to that studio and still do the same workout. Okay, you'll still hear the same terms, base, push, and all out are the terms we use, and even no matter what the country. All right.
But they're not going to have you as a hype man.
They will not have
Only
me.
here.
Same thing. We do it right here. I came in and like all the coaches were like top notch. I'm like, okay, I got to bring it. I like it. Again, I was good there, but just to know that such a strong coaching team, such a strong, it's just amazing. So yeah, we do it right. I agree.
And Jono, what about you?
Right now, I'm only doing things over in Kailua. So that's our main, out in the park there. We'll do our main kind of obstacle course training sessions, but I'll also lead trail runs around the island, different spots.
I need to hook up with you.
Yeah.
And do a trail
So
run
we'll
soon.
do different spots. I mean, because you will have some hills. So maybe if someone's not so good at hills, maybe they'll avoid that day, or go out. But if there is a group want to be put together and go meet in town, then yeah, we can do that.
Maybe we should do a Smart Living Hawaii a group workout. We can get our video guy to take some video of it, and we can get a group together.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Also, I know obviously with Core Power Yoga and Orangetheory, it's very easy for people to look them up. So how do they find out how to do something or join one of your $15 classes?
HawaiiOCR.com for those that don't know, OCR, obstacle course racing. So yeah, HawaiiOCR.com, and then we have a Facebook page, just Hawaii Spartan Ohana.
Okay, and for you guys, I know for Core Power Yoga, they just walk in? Walk in?
Yep. In terms of
like if you want to just jump in.
There's always a drop in anytime, or easiest thing is to download the app.
Oh yes,
and all the information
app.
on the app.
We'll tell you when Max is working, when he's going to be doing his workout. And then you don't just drop in, because you probably have to show up really early. And then for you as well.
Just type in Orangetheory. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Again, that's literally, even me as a coach, whenever I'm traveling, Orangetheory, and then I'll see where you're at. Make a call. Your first class will get you in there 30 minutes early. Give you kind of rundown, so you're not just...
So your first class is free at Orangetheory.
First class is free. Yes,
right?
Thank you.
And then Core Power Yoga hooks it up a little bit more with the whole, is it still a week?
It's 1 week. Yeah.
1 week free. So if you do take that advantage, make sure your week you're going to go at least 3 times. So it's worth it to really get the
And
experience.
try all the different varieties.
Yeah.
Way to be humble.
Yeah.
Way to be humble, Max. I like that.
Well, he does. He takes the other classes too. Yeah, for sure.
I got a quick question. Did you guys get a lot of pushback from, like, say, the true yogi that was much more spiritual? And
I think the people that are really in that community that understand it, like I wasn't part of that yogi community beforehand. You know, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have found core power if not for the Sculpt.
Yeah.
But I do think some of the more authentic yogi places that they were not too happy with core power coming in. Because we still offer those type of classes, but we also got the Sculpt, and so why would you want to pay for both places? So unfortunately, I do think from what I understand, I didn't hear any myself, but from what I understand, there were some places that were already, your smaller places, or there's the call it mom and pop type of stores or studios. We're not too happy with,
but
core power.
Sculpt is really just a core power yoga. I mean, are other places doing that same type of workout now? Not really, right?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of studios, from what I understand, that do that type of workout.
The other thing too is it's heated, so it's like it's also hot, like really hot.
So that was like our main difference between us and Orangetheory, because when I took that Orangetheory, that free class, it was cold. It's AC, which is people like that. And yours is outdoors, so ours might be more similar, because I used to like going for runs in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it does. I'm surprised. I would say the drawback of sweating so much is that you cannot get the stink wrench out of your clothes. But you do. It cleanses you completely. Dripping sweat. I mean, torrential rain pour on your body. When you're in that.
I've been to an Orangetheory class. I was definitely sweating. I was sweating. It doesn't matter if it was there.
Like, you must say, like, with being AC, you still sweat. Like, almost as much as you would, which is crazy. I remember taking my first class. I've been a gym junkie for a decade before I even took it, and I think I'm going to kill this workout. And I got back into my car after, like, have I ever worked out before? You know what I'm saying? You just drench each and every time. So
have you done a yoga Sculpt before?
I have. All right. So I'm not trying, but I've tried to book a class. I've tried to be there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like trying but I couldn't call in. I couldn't call. I'm like, And so I did try. But that being said, I love pairing yoga as you do with training. I love that.
Well, your wife.
My wife is a yoga instructor.
That's right.
My wife is a yoga instructor.
So
I have to love it. I have no choice. I have no choice. Yes, and she is the. My wife is the hippie. She is the yoga. She is the hippie. Like, she knows the spirit.
I think your kid's gonna turn out to be like a nice medium between the two of you.
Yeah, they're gonna be some berserk hippie child just wreaking havoc around the world, addicted to AC. Okay, so yeah. That's what I guess.
Have you tried both of these?
I have, yeah. They're both intense. Yeah, they're good.
Give me a class, man. Give me an
Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to my podcast at www.smartlivinghi.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, which is at smart_living_Hawaii. And then you can also follow us on Facebook. Mahalo until next time, live smart.